Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you guys how to hack. That means highlight and contour using mascara makeup. So a few days ago I did a live video on my Facebook where I raised mascara artist Paige Severe, and I won, by the way. And I had a couple messages from some of you guys asking for more details or like what the heck I was doing, and kind of wanted a more detailed video of what had happened. First of all, I just want to say that I am not affiliated with mascara in any way. I am not a mascara artist. I just simply use the makeup and I love it, and that is why I'm doing this for you. Some of the reasons why I love mascara makeup is because it is seriously so fast and it just gives you a really beautiful, flawless look without taking a whole lot of time. As a mom, I find that routines or things that take up too much of my time usually result in messes with my kids, because if I'm not paying attention to them, it's a mess, right? Am I right? Anybody else out there? So the least amount of time that I spend doing my makeup, the least amount of mess is left after I'm done with my kids. So that is one of the reasons why I love mascara makeup. Another reason why I love the makeup is because it's just simplified my life so much more. This is where I keep my makeup. This is it. This cute little compact. I went from a bag full of makeup and palettes and all these kinds of different things, so many eyeshadow palettes that I was only using like 1 or 2 colors out of, and now I can just keep it all in this dandy little thing. They do have bigger palettes, so you can get a bigger palette. They also have smaller palettes, but this one is just perfect for me. I will say though that I haven't fully transitioned all of my makeup into mascara makeup. I do have several other things that I'm still using that are not mascara makeup, like Bare Minerals. But as things run out, then I will replace them with mascara makeup because I love the makeup. And let me just show you guys my palette. This is the little double-decker. It is so beautiful. I just love the marble. And this is where I keep my highlight and contour colors. These are cream colors. They're very blendable, and they also have really good coverage. And then at the bottom is where I'm keeping my powders. These are not mascara eyeshadows yet because, like I said, I still have a lot of other non-mascara makeup that I'm using. But what I ended up doing from one of the palettes that I was using is I just popped off all the ones that I actually used and liked and placed them on here, because these boards are magnetic, and so most of the tins that come out there with other makeup brands have little tins that are also magnetic, and so I just popped them on here. So again, like I said, I love that these little tins are magnetic. As soon as you're done with one of them, you can just replace it, pop it back on here, and it keeps all my makeup nicely organized. I'm still using my old brushes because, again, I've had a lot of other makeup, and so I wasn't just gonna like get rid of my brushes and replace them, right? But if you are someone that's new, starting with new makeup and all that other good stuff, I would highly recommend their brushes. I have used them and they are excellent brushes. What I'll be using today for my highlight and contour is basically the 30-second hack brush for mascara. I got this from Sephora like 6 years ago. It's an old brush, but it still works. And this is just an e.l.f. brush, a contouring brush from e.l.f. And the 30-second hack brush is just basically these two brushes put together. So this is what I'm using. I'm also going to be using my non-mascara brand Beauty Blender. But again, once that is done for, then I'll replace it with mascara products. Again, I am not a mascara artist, but I do have a girl, Paige. She is amazing, she's wonderful, she's beautiful, gorgeous, and she's very, very helpful. So if you guys do have any questions that I can't answer, I will refer you to her, and I will also put her link down in the description box below if you want to get any of the makeup, as well as the link for her Facebook group, which is just full of tips and tricks, and she just does wonderful tutorials on there as well. So I will link those down in the description box below. And for now, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so first things first, I do have a couple mirrors going on around here, so if you see me looking off to the side, that's the only reason why. But I'm going to start by just spraying my face with the Mascara Stay Spray. And this stuff, I mean, it smells amazing. So I'm just going to do a light misting all over my face. It smells like coconuts. I just feel like I'm transported to the Caribbean island somewhere. It just smells so good. Anyways, I'm just fanning my face to dry it all. Alright, so this step is actually kind of like an extra step for me. I'm just going to be baking my skin just because I have a couple problem areas like here in my chin and right here in the hollows of my cheek. So this is just an extra step for me. I'm just going to take my regular foundation color. I'm just going to dab it onto my skin right in these areas. So what I like about this makeup is that it's got really good coverage, but also a little bit goes a really long ways. So I don't feel like I'm caking my face on with makeup, but still giving the coverage that I want. So I'm just dabbing it into these spots, just to get more of a smoother look. And I'm just going to use a setting powder. The one that I have is just by Bare Minerals. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not fully transferred over to all mascara makeup yet, so I am using a couple of the things that I have from other brands, but all of the highlight and contour colors are from Maskcara. So I'm just dabbing this on my face. So if you don't know how to bake, or if you've never heard of baking and you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, this is called baking. This is just a technique in makeup. So baking technique is when you're putting like a layer of powder on your skin over like foundation, and then what that's doing is it's kind of trapping the heat that's naturally coming out of your skin, and it's trapping it there, and so you've got the heat coming out and you've got the trapped layer, and so it's getting the foundation that was underneath that I put here kind of to like melt into my skin. So I'm literally baking my skin at like 98.6 degrees. So I'm just going to let this sit on here for a little bit. I'm just going to go do my eyes while this sits on here, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now that my eyes are all done, I'm going to dive back into my face, and I'm just going to brush off the excess powder off my face. So now I have a nicer skin foundation to work with. The way that I do my highlight and contour is I start with the highlight first and then do the contour. But you can do it either way. I've seen it done where you do the contour first and then do the highlight. So there's really no wrong or right answer for this. Just as long as it's getting done, I guess. So I'm gonna just start with my nose. And this makeup has really, really good coverage. One of my biggest problems is that my skin is just naturally really red. So even just a little bit of mascara makeup will help to cover up the red, which is really nice. I'm just doing like a T-zone right here, my nose, my forehead, my chin. I'm going back over that. Here, and I just let it bake. Just going back over it to ensure that it's fully covered. And then I'm just going to go over here below where my contour is going to be. Alright, so you can see here I've got it over my forehead, but I didn't go all the way up here. I've got it down my nose, around my mouth, and down right above my chin and right below where my contour is going to be. You can see a lot of the redness still on my cheeks, but that's going to be taken care of soon. So now the areas that I didn't highlight is basically where I'm going to be putting the contour, except for the apples of my cheeks. So I have two contour colors right here. I'm going to be using the darkest one. I think it's called Indigo. And like I said, you don't need a ton of product. And I'm just going to like suck in my cheeks and also move it to the side a little bit just so I can see more of the definition. And then I like to just curve it up slightly right here, just to kind of give my cheeks a little bit of a push. And then the same thing on the other side. Alright, and whatever I have left over on my brush, I'm going to just brush it up around the hairline. And then I do a little tiny bit on the sides of my chin, just to kind of define my chin a little bit more, and then bring it down here in the jawline. And then I just go back through and blend it. I usually blend the hairline and the chin just with a brush for the most part. And then I like to use my beauty blender to blend these sides. I feel like it just gives a more flawless look and finish. And it's just a damp beauty blender. I know Maskcara has their own version of the beauty blender, but I've never tried it. So maybe when I'm all done with this one, I'll get theirs. But for now, and I like to start at the bottom and then move upwards. And I'm going to be doing it in like dabbing and rolling motions. And it just gives a really nice blend. And I feel like the chin down here wasn't too blended with my brush, so I'm just taking my beauty blender. And I feel like this area right here kind of got down a little too low, so I'm just going to take what's left over on my brush and clean it up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to be highlighting this area right here of my eyes with a lighter shade. And the reason why I do that is just because I want this area under my eyes to be a little bit brighter than the rest of it. And so it's just basically kind of in a triangle shape. I'm bringing it down from the inner corner and taking it out to the outer corner. And you seriously just need very little product on the brush. And then I'm just going to slightly contour my nose. My nose is just kind of larger than life and it has its own zip code. Just kidding. But I feel like it's fairly large. So I'm just going to slightly contour it just to kind of diminish it a little bit more. But I know there's really no helping it, so whatever. And for this one I am taking the lighter shade of contour. And I'm just going to blend it down a little bit. I don't want to get into this area. I don't want to bring this contour down too far into this area because then it just kind of defeats the purpose of what I just did by brightening it up. So I'm just bringing it down just a little bit to blend it out. And again, I'm just going to take my beauty blender just to kind of dab it and remove some of the harsh line furthermore. Alright, so my highlighting contour is all done. I'm just going to put on some blush and dab some of the illuminator at the top of my cheeks, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I'm just going to spray my face real quick with the Stay Spray once again, just to ensure that everything stays in place. And guys, it's important after you spray the spray that you don't move your face so much, because you're kind of like you're setting your face, so the smell is so good. Alright, so this is it for today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!